and then it just disappeared. I guess I waited too long, so I had to put it back in. um, fix this just a touch. I'm going to be doing the heart chakra today, opening and balancing. Our mantra is, I love myself. I am open to receiving and giving love. So you can continue to repeat that to yourself quietly throughout the session. Rose essential oil is a wonderful oil to have and use before the session. So I have my rose roller ball. You can use geranium, lavender. Any really floral aroma is wonderful for the heart chakra to open. So if you have your floral aroma, go ahead and put it in your hands and take a few nice deep breaths. Balancing the heart chakra allows to open up and receive love, to feel the emotions, to balance the emotions. And you'll want to have your bolster. You can sit on your bolster or your block to have your hips a little bit higher, some blocks, a blanket possibly. You can even have a eye mask if you like for the last pose of Shavasana. I think I'm going to move this mirror. A little distracting. All right, so you can get seated on your bolster. If you have any serious ankle, knee, hip, back conditions, you may want to avoid or just definitely modify. If you're going into a down dog, you can modify into child's pose, use your blocks, use a wall or a chair for balance, anything that you can modify to reduce any tension, no pain, and maybe some difficulty, but we don't want to have any sharp, referring pain. So start in your seated position in your Sukhasana easy pose. You can place your feet directly under both knees. So let's have our feet out. Bend your right leg up, right underneath the left knee. Then bend the left knee and place that right underneath the foot right under the right knee. You can kind of walk your feet out to a wider position, trying to get your knees in line with your hips. And if that doesn't work for you, sit in any cross-legged position you like. You can grab your calf muscle and kind of roll it out so it's not pressing onto there. Sit on the front of your bolster right onto your sits bones, and this Sukhasana pose allows you to have some really good grounding 4 points of contact, so you can sit up nice and tall and don't feel like you're leaning back because you have good support under your knees and on your feet. Place your hands on your knees, sit up nice and tall, and just close your eyes or have a heavy gaze towards the floor. And first, just be aware of your breath. Just listen to your breath. You don't have to control it at the moment. Just be aware of it. Feel the subtle expansion of the belly and chest on the inhale, and the subtle contraction on the exhale. Breathing in and out of the nose. Allowing the awareness, the presence, and repeat to yourself, I am love. I am open to receiving and giving love. Imagining a bright, beautiful green light swirling in the center of your chest. That green chakra of the heart, and allow it to illuminate and spread through the body. Now breathe deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in through the nose and spout your lips. Exhale through the mouth. One more time. We'll start with a little Ujjayi breath or ocean breath. And here you're going to breathe in and out of the nose, constricting the back of the throat just slightly, keeping the jaw relaxed. And you're going to have a slight snoring or oceanic sound in through the throat, but breathing through the nose. So just imagine the ocean waves. Breathe in, constricting the throat. Try to make your exhale a bit longer than the inhale. Also try to do your 3-point or yogic breathing along with it. So on the inhale, you're expanding the belly, then the chest and the collarbones. And on the exhale, you're contracting the collarbones, the chest, and then the belly completely. Continue your Ujjayi breath. Do 4 more on your own. Pressing the belly button towards the spine at the end of the exhale. Relaxing the jaw and the shoulders. Now breathe your natural breath, being aware. The expansion of your breath, how you're breathing now, how does the energy feel in your body? Grounding your sits bones and your foundation, parts of your body into the foundation that you're on. Okay, now gently open your eyes and we'll begin. So you can move your bolster or your block out from under your hips. We'll start with some cat-cows. So hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. You can have your toes curled under or your feet flat if you like. I see something here. I'm sorry, I saw something pop up. Okay, so cat-cow. Inhale, belly button towards the mat. Open the chest forward. Raise the head up a bit and the tailbone up towards that top corner of the ceiling. Exhale into cat. Curl the tailbone under, chin to chest. Inhale back into cow. Belly button towards the mat. Open the chest forward. Tailbone to the sky. Exhale, cat. Chin to chest. Tailbone rolls under. Press the mat away. Really curve the spine. Give it some movement. Do 3 more on your own. Or move your hips and your spine in any direction you feel that's necessary for you today. All right. Bring your feet up to a flat position, and if you can, bring your heels down. We're going to go into downward dog. So lift your pelvis up towards the sky. You can walk the dog a bit, bending one knee at a time, nice and deep, extending and stretching one leg, the back of the leg, pressing each finger pad into the mat. And you can stop walking the dog and just press away, relax the head. If your heels don't come to the mat, that's okay. It's our first down dog. Breathe deep. If you can't do down dog, just go into child's pose. All right, inhale that. Walk your feet all the way up to the hands. And we'll do a halfway lift so you can have your blocks here next to you. Or you can have your hands at your shins and just pull your head forward to the front of the mat, knees straight. Keep the spine nice and straight. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, back down, hinging at the hips. Sweep those arms all the way up into extended mountain pose. Press the triceps behind the ears just slightly, keeping your foundation nice and strong. Exhale, hands down into mountain pose. Our mountain pose is a strong foundation for us. So keep all 4 corners of the feet nice and grounded. Activate the front of the legs by pulling the kneecaps up. Press the tailbone slightly down towards the mat. Engage the abdominals. Open the chest. Roll the shoulders back. Open the palms. And chin is parallel to the floor. So we're nice and strong in our mountain pose. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the hips. Keep the back flat as long as you can. And then when you get there, just relax the head down, keeping the knees straight if you can. If not, go ahead and bend them wherever you need. Inhale that right leg back and the left leg back into a high plank. Your high plank is not arching in the back, but we're pressing the mat away. We're pressing the shoulder blades apart from each other, activating the legs, looking slightly forward, about 6 inches beyond your hands. Bring the knees down. Exhale, bring the chest down. Elbows kiss the ribs. Roll forward slightly into a Sphinx pose. So your shoulders are directly above your elbows and your palms are flat on the mat, and you're just pressing the chest forward, elongating the neck a bit. Your glutes are naturally activated, pressing the feet into the floor, opening up the chest, open that heart chakra. Bring your back down, exhale, and press all the way back up into a downward facing dog again. Inhale and exhale. Inhale that right leg up to the sky. Bend the knee deeply. Press that right foot towards the left side of the mat, opening up the pelvis. Just allowing a little bit of space here. You can take a couple deep circles if you like, from both directions. Come back to center and inhale that leg all the way up to the front. If you need to use your hand to walk that foot up to the front, you absolutely can do that. And then bring that left leg to meet the right leg. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, pressing on the shins or the mat or your blocks. Trying to arch in the middle of the back. And forward fold. Exhale, sweep the arms up. Inhale. Extended mountain pose, and exhale, hands down. I'm going to open up my window a bit because it's really toasty today and humid. Got lots of rain. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, the left leg back, the right leg back. High plank. You can do your full chaturanga here or continue with the modified with the knees and the chest. So full chaturanga, kiss those elbows to the ribs all the way down into your yogic push-up. Roll onto the top of the feet. Come all the way up into upward dog or low cobra or high cobra. Inhale. Exhale, flip those toes. Bring those hips all the way up to the ceiling. Downward facing dog, pressing deeply into the hands, pressing the mat apart, the feet and the hands away from each other and the tailbone towards the mat. Also the shoulder blades away from each other. Inhale and exhale. Inhale that left leg up. Open that left hip a bit by bending the knee deeply and pressing the foot towards the right side of the mat. Here you can do a couple circles again, opening up that left pelvis, left hip. And back down into the center. Inhale that left leg all the way to the front. And then the right leg to the front. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to your extended mountain pose. Exhale all the way back down. All right. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale that right leg back. We're going to move into a warrior one. So you're going to pivot on the foot just a little bit to a 45-degree angle facing the right side of the mat. Bend deeply into the front knee. Sweep those arms up. Inhale. Press into that right edge, the back edge of the right foot. And I can hear my chickens clucking. Press that right hip all the way forward if you can, internally rotating that right leg towards the center and pressing in on that left thigh just slightly so it doesn't swing out to the left side. Bring it into the center. Inhale and exhale. Press that tailbone down towards the mat. If you feel like you're arching in the back, bring those triceps all the way up to the sky, all the way up to the ears. Exhale. Breathe deeply. Shine the chest forward. And exhale. One more breath. And swing the arms down all the way to the mat. Bring that left leg to meet the right leg, high plank. Bring that right leg up to meet the hands. Pivot on that left foot just a little bit, 45-degree angle, facing out, not completely all the way out. Swing those arms up. Inhale. Warrior one on the left. Press that inner thigh, the left thigh in towards the center and pressing into the back edge of that foot. Inhale and exhale. Keep going. Inhale, warrior one. I hope you can hear me. I hope my sound is on this time. I had an issue with sound before. I hope this isn't all for nothing. All right, now exhale your hands back down to the mat. Bring your feet all the way back. High plank again. Move into your down dog. Inhale, step all the way to the front. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms all the way up. Sweep them all the way up into extended mountain. Arms down at your side. Exhale. Inhale, all the way back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back into your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga or your modified chaturanga. So you can go into Sphinx, low cobra, high cobra, or inhale, upward dog. Active in the legs, pressing the feet into the mat. Open the chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale and exhale. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. And exhale it all the way to the front. And here we're going to be doing our high lunge. So the high lunge, your left heel should be just over the feet, over the toes. 90-degree bend in the right knee. Inhale, arms all the way up. We're not opening up the hips. We're keeping them facing forward, shining the chest forward. You can even do a slight back bend if you can, but pressing that tailbone towards the mat. Active in that back leg. Press into the center with your thighs. Keep going. Breathe deeply. Keep that heel above. My chickens are going crazy. All right. Inhale and exhale. And back down. Exhale. Bring your feet all the way back to meet into a high plank and into your downward facing dog. Pressing the mat away, both hands and feet. Inhale the left leg to the sky. Exhale all the way forward in between the hands. Keep that heel above the right toes. Inhale and do your high lunge, pressing into the ball of the front foot. Inhale and exhale. Firming the inner thighs together. Straighten the arms. Open the chest. Keeping that back leg active and the heel over the toes. You're doing great. Exhale. One more big breath. On your next exhale, come all the way back down to the mat. Bring that left foot to meet the right foot. Go into your downward facing dog. Left foot up again. And bring it all the way through. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Right meets the left. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up. Extended mountain. Exhale forward, or exhale, arms down into your mountain pose. Breathe deeply into the nose and exhale through the mouth. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back into your high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, warrior modified, or go into child's pose, wherever you feel comfortable. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale the right leg up. And exhale, bring it through into between the hands. This time we're going to pivot on that back foot so the toes are facing the front of the mat. The side of the mat. I'm going to go into warrior two. I'm just going to switch my legs around so I'm facing the camera. So you should be with your right leg forward. Cartwheel those arms all the way up. Deep bend in the front leg. That back foot is, the toes are facing the left side of your mat. Yeah, get it right. Deep bend in that front leg. Opening up the chest. We're opening up the hips here as well. Now look to your left arm and slightly bring it back so your body is over the hips and not pulling forward. Now gently look over the right hand, just over the fingers, gazing, and a deep bend in that front leg, active in the back leg, pressing onto the edge of the back foot. Deep breaths. Opening up that heart chakra, allowing to love, receiving love. One more big breath. On your next exhale, on your next inhale, bring that front arm up above you, and the back arm is going to be gently placed on the back of the leg, reverse warrior. Inhale. Keeping those legs active and exactly where they were. Pressing that front arm towards the back of the room. And the tailbone can be slightly pressed towards the mat so you're not arching in the back. Don't put any weight on this back arm. It's just there for support. Inhale and exhale. You got this. You're doing great. If you need to look to the side, it's fine. Or gently look up towards the sky, rotating your chest open, allowing that heart chakra to be present and open. Exhale all the way down, cartwheel the hands down, pivot on that back foot. Bring that left leg to meet the right, back down into a high plank and downward facing dog. Right leg comes up again. Inhale, exhale all the way through. And the left foot meets the right, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to your extended mountain. Exhale, hands through heart center down into your mountain pose. Strong foundation. Inhale up through extended mountain. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale the left leg back. And now pivot. Did I have that backwards before? Okay, do your other leg now. So heels are lined up, or the sole of your foot, sole of the back foot, and the heel of the front foot are lined up. Cartwheel those arms open, pressing into the back edge of that back foot. Deep bend in the front knee. We're not bringing that front knee into the side though. We're really pressing it out for more of an external rotation of the femur, of the upper leg. And we want to try to be able to see the toes of that front foot. Now gently look into the back arm. Bring your body over the hips. And then look back to the front arm, just gazing over those front fingers. Open the chest. Opening in the hips. Bend deeply into that front leg. Inhale and exhale. One more big breath. Inhale into your reverse warrior. Back arm goes and rests gently on the thigh, back of the thigh. Top arm towards the sky, sweeping the ceiling. Look gently through under the arm, opening up the chest. Inhale and exhale, active in the legs. You can continue with your Ujjayi breath through your practice, or breathe out in through the nose and out through the mouth. And exhale, cartwheel all the way forward again. Bring that leg back to meet the back leg. Downward facing dog. Step all the way forward to meet the hands. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way back up to mountain. Exhale, arms down to the center, down to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back into your high plank. And gently roll yourself all the way down onto the mat. And pressing your hands directly under the shoulders, we're going to go into cobra pose. So press your feet into the mat, your pubic bone into the mat, your glutes will naturally activate, and just press all the way up into your low cobra or high cobra. You can keep your elbows slightly bent, your shoulders relaxed, and your chest pressing forward. Breathe. One more big breath and relax all the way down. And come all the way back up into your downward facing dog. If you'd like, you can hop to the front or just step all the way to the front. If you'd like to hop to the front, bend deeply. Inhale, use your abdominals and just float your pelvis to the front, landing your feet as quietly as you can between your hands. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to extended mountain. Exhale down with the arms. Again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale back into plank and into our cobra again. So hands are directly under the shoulders. Feet are active on the floor. Press into your cobra pose. Open up that heart. Receive the love. Exhale all the way back down. And back into your downward facing dog or your child's pose. Again, you can hop or step all the way to the front through the hands. Exhale and inhale. I'm still working on that one a little bit. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, step back into your high plank and come all the way back down to the mat gently. We'll move into our locust pose. So bring your hands down at your sides, palms facing the body. Rest your forehead on the mat just for a brief moment. Feet are pointing backwards, and on your next inhale, you're going to raise your head, chest, and feet and hands up off of the mat as high as you can comfortably. You can also use a block or your bolster to place under the chest right here. And this can be a good support to start with your locust pose in the beginner. So you just inhale the legs up, pressing your chest into the bolster. Raise your arms up, squeezing the shoulder blades together, but relaxing them away from the ears. If you're not using the bolster, you'll just inhale all the way up into your locust pose. Active fingers, active feet. Press away from the mat, lifting the feet, lifting the legs and the chest. Inhale and exhale. Squeezing those shoulder blades together, pressing the pubic bone into the mat. And exhale, relax down. Place your hands in front of you. Sandwich them together. Place your forehead on the hands and take a nice deep breath. Now press with your hands all the way into your child's pose. You can have your knees as wide as the mat, or at least as wide, to allow the belly to come between the knees. Hips towards the heels, pressing the hands forward, keeping the arms straight. Forehead to the mat, stretching that low back. And come back up onto your knees and come into a seated position. We're going to go into cow face pose. So feet straight out in front of you. You can be sitting on your bolster as well to have your hips a little bit higher. Bend that right knee in, cross it over the left leg, and then bring the left heel to meet next to the right side of the hip. So you're going to stack your knees just gently on top of each other. If you can't, just stay in this position, or you can even still have that bottom leg straight out in front of you. Whatever is comfortable for you. You will get there with practice. So the right heel is towards the left hip. The left heel is towards the right hip. Stacking the knees gently on top of each other. Press the hands into the mat. Give yourself some length in the spine. So having the right leg on top, we're going to bring that left arm up. Stretch the tricep towards your inner part of the back, keeping your head up as high as you can. Oh, here you can also have a strap. Sorry, I should have already told you that. Or you can, if you can't clasp your hands together behind you, you can use a strap or just grab your shirt or just do the best you can. So if you have a strap, first grab your left arm, press your tricep towards the body and the palm towards the inner part of your back. Have your strap just here in the hand, right arm out to the side, rotate it inward so the palm is facing behind you. Bring that right arm behind the back and up towards that left arm. Grab your strap and just gently walk your hands up the strap. So I'll move around so you can see the back. So if I have my strap just right here in my left hand, and then rotate my right arm to the back, gently place it on the back of my body, and walking my hands together, using the strap as close as you can comfortably. Looking up, so your head is not forcing down, you're not pressing against your head with your arm. Breathe deep, opening up that chest. Now you can gently release that bottom hand, bring it out from under you, rotate it back out, straighten it up, and relax that arm. Relax that top arm. Stay where you are with the legs, and I'll show you how to unwind very easy and kind of a fun way. So once you're in your here, you can, if you're not in the full position with the legs, you can certainly just straighten them out one at a time. Or if you have your left leg on top, so bring your hands to the left side of the mat, get some foundation there, gently come up into a standing position. You're going to rotate towards the back in a forward fold, and then all the way over to the right side, rotating yourself back to the front, which automatically puts your left leg on top. I think I had that a little bit backwards. So whatever leg was on top, you reach to that side. I feel like that's, no. Yeah. Now I'm confusing myself. Okay, so now that you have your legs stacked again, knees on top of each other, or if you did not do the twist, have your legs out in front, tuck in that left leg, wrap it over the right so your foot is on the mat. And then you can either keep your legs just like this with your right knee on top of your left knee on top of your right leg, keeping both legs active. Or you can also bring that bottom leg in, tucking it towards the hip. So that way you can have your stacked knees, whatever you're comfortable with. And if you're on the bolster, if this is too much, but you feel like you can almost do it, just sit on a bolster and you'll be able to have that extra height right there on your hips, which will be comfortable. So now the right arm goes up right behind the head, and just give your tricep of that arm a nice little stretch, pressing it away from the body behind you and down. Now rotate, bring that left arm down, to the side, rotate it so the palm is facing backwards, bend deeply in the elbow and bring it up under the back to meet the top hand. This side I can get, the other side not so much. But use your strap here if you need to, or grab onto your shirt, or just wherever is comfortable. You can close your eyes and breathe. Pressing that top arm away from the head so it's not pressing on it. Now gently release the hands if you had them clasped or the strap, and gently bring that bottom arm out, rotating it back out, and relax it. And then relax that top arm and bring that top leg forward and the bottom leg to the front as well. And relax. Shake out your legs, shake out your arms. Okay. I'll come into a kneeling position. Here you can have your blocks and you can place them just next to the heels of your feet. You can have your toes tucked under. Sometimes I even feel like I got to use my fingers to just tuck my little pinky toe so it's not being pushed on, but it's being stretched. So we're going to go into camel pose. So if you can do your full camel pose, great. Keep your feet flat and work on that. But you can have your blocks right here. Come into a kneeling position so you're all the way upright. You can have your knees and your feet about hip width distance apart. Press your hands at the bottom of your low back. Really give it some good pressure. Look up to the sky. Inhale, open up the chest, roll those shoulders back. Inhale. You can stay here if you want, or if you have it in you, reach back for your blocks. Try to keep your hips over your knees. And with your shoulders rolled back, resting your head back on the shoulders. Or you can reach back for the heels into your camel pose. Inhale and exhale, opening up that heart, open to the love. So using your core and your legs, inhale, bring yourself back up. Curl your toes under so they're flat on the mat and come to a seated position, a kneeling position, hands on the legs. Breathe in and out. Okay, now come back into a seated position, feet out in front of you. Bend that right knee in towards the chest, cross it over the left leg. Inhale that right arm up, it goes behind you into a seated twist. You can hug that right knee with the left arm, or you can bring your arm all the way out to the right. I like to hug it in for a little bit more of a gentle stretch. Inhale, long spine. Make sure you're very tall in the spine, and then exhale, twist. As if you're twisting your ribs around a post. You can have your block behind you to press into with your hand if you're not able to quite meet the floor. And you can gently look over that right shoulder. You can even grab your belly and move it a little bit to the side so you feel like you have a little bit more space to work with. Keeping that bottom leg active. Rotating those ribs around that central axis. On your next inhale, bring your head forward and then untwist the rest of the body gently. Bring that right leg back down to meet the left. Hug the left knee in. Bring that left leg over the right leg. Inhale, straight, long spine. Left arm comes out behind you. Press it onto your block or the floor. Inhale, long spine. Hug that right arm around the left knee and exhale, twist around that axis, looking gently over the left shoulder. Here again, you can use your hand, gently move the belly to the left side so you feel like it's not in the way. If that's an issue, if that's there, not an issue, but it happens. Inhale, long spine, extend, and exhale, twist if you have it. Rotating our ribs around this imaginary post. Inhale, head comes forward and gently untwist the rest of the way. Now come into a nice seated position. On your mat, in the center of the mat, sitting up nice and tall, grab the back of the thighs. We're going to go into boat pose. Gently roll into the back of the sits bones a little bit so you can raise your feet up off the mat. You can stay here if this is what you want to do. You can bring your knees up so your feet are parallel to the floor. You can also straighten your legs if you want more, or you can let go of your thighs, bring your hands forward, open the chest. If you even want more from here, bring your arms up towards the ears. So whatever position is comfortable for you in your boat pose. This one is the hardest. So keep your hands and your feet up. And exhale, gently release. Bring your feet and tuck your legs all the way in. Hug in your arms. Hug your arms around your knees. Tall spine and forehead to the knee. Just curl it in. Give yourself a big hug. Say, I love you, self. Inhale, head up, and gently roll yourself down into a supine position on your back. Bring your heels towards the butt, and we're going to go into a bridge pose. Roll the shoulder blades under you a little bit. Press your palms into the mat. I'm going to take my hair tie out because it's kind of bothersome on the head when you lay down. So press your palms into the mat. Inhale, roll and peel your glutes off of the mat, one vertebrae at a time, keeping your head looking up towards the sky. Press those heels into the mat, also squeezing the knees together as best you can. Press the hands into the mat and the arms and the shoulders. You can even walk your shoulders in more. Clasp the hands underneath you, pressing the arms on the mat if you have it. Press the hips up as high as you can. As you press your heels into the mat, pressing your hips up, your sternum will open and come closer to the chin, giving you a light chin lock. So don't move your head side to side. Stay looking up. Press into the shoulders. We're not pressing into the head or the neck. Now, if you have your hands clasped, unclasp them, walk your shoulders out just a little bit. Gently roll one vertebrae at a time from the top to the bottom. Exhale all the way down. And the tailbone comes down last. Straighten out your legs. Have your feet as wide as the mat. Have your arms as wide as you like them, palms facing up for our final resting pose, Savasana. You can cover yourself with a blanket here. You can dim the lights. You can cover your eyes with a wrap or an eye blanket. 3 big breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. Now just breathing in and out of the nose. Relaxing each part of the body. Let yourself feel the love that you have cultivated for yourself, for life, for others during this practice. Heart opening and balancing practice. I am love. I am open to receive and give love. Relaxing the head and the face and the jaw, and the neck, arms and the legs, the entire body. Just be aware of your breath at this moment. You can wiggle your toes, your fingers. Take a deep breath. Wiggle your hips. Shake your head side to side. Put your body in any stretch that you feel is necessary right now. Let's roll onto our left sides. It's our nurturing side. Our receiving side. Place your head on top of your arm and your top arm on the floor. Have your knees close to the chest. When you're ready, use your palms, press the mat away, come into a seated position, keeping your eyes closed. Your hands to your knees, deep breath. Remember our mantra, I am love. I receive and give love freely to myself, others. Bring your hands to heart center. You can end with a short Om, 3 Oms to help balance our chakras. Breathe in, feeling the vibration of our Oms. And on the exhale, keeping the teeth away from each other. Om. Inhale. Om. Allowing the vibration coming from the ground through the head. Inhale. Om. Bow your head. Thank yourself for this time. Thank you for joining me. Gently open your eyes. Raise your head humbly. And have a wonderful day. Namaste.